yourselves for the record as I call your name. Todd Ferrante,
Present.
John Andes,
Present.
Bill Buchanan,
Present.
Bill Gordy,
Present.
Nate Passwaters,
Present.
Donald Smack,
Present.
Elaine McComas here. We have a quorum. First, can I have a motion to approve today's board meeting agenda?
Motion, Todd Ferrante.
Thank you. Second?
Second, Bill Buchanan.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passed. All right, let's move on to our invocation. Mr. Vince Tolbert, would you do our invocation for us?
Yes, ma'am. Can we please stand for the invocation and the pledge? Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we just thank you for another wonderful day. We're thankful for everyone who's in this room tonight who has come out to participate in this budget input meeting. We're thankful for our wonderful school system, Lord, and all our students and staff and all the great things that are happening, Lord. We ask for your continued safety on our students and staff. And as we begin this budget process tonight with the board and staff, just please give us knowledge and wisdom as we work to build a budget that continues to meet the needs of all our students in the school system, all of our staff. As we come up in the Christmas season, I just ask that we take time to be with our family and friends and always remember the reason for the season. All this I ask in your precious name. Amen.
Amen.
I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I'd first like to start off with a welcome. This is a rather unusual meeting. This is our budget input meeting, and I'd honestly just like to warmly welcome all our parents and community members to our meeting tonight. Our unofficial motto for us is always to try and do what's best for kids, and we work hard to honor our students and our teachers and staff for all their work during the year. But the basic foundation for all of us is family, and you, our parents, are truly our unsung heroes. Thank you for all you do for our schools, our community, and particularly your children. It was such a joy to visit schools during American Education Week this year and be greeted by parents as we walked in. You provide a foundation and love for your children that can be built upon to ensure success. So again, I thank you for all you do. And now we'll move to Superintendent.
Thank you, Mrs. McComas. First, I want to thank everyone here this evening for joining us for this budget input hearing, both those here in person and those watching through our live stream. Each year I sit in these meetings, I continue to be impressed by the level of support and engagement we have from our teachers, administrators, our bus contractors at both the school and county level, and by the number of parents and community members wishing to lend their voice to our budget decisions. Both the Board of Education and our team place a high value on the feedback we receive, no matter the topic, and this meeting tonight is a great example of just that. I am proud both that our board provides you with a platform to hear how we can best support learning in our educational environments, and that all of you here tonight are committed to what we're doing here by being present in this room tonight. Speaking of our community, and speaking of their commitment to ensuring we provide the best education possible for the young people of Worcester County, is second to none, in my opinion. That commitment starts with our teachers, as it is very budget cycle, at this very budget cycle, ensuring that we can continue to recruit and retain excellent teachers is our highest priority. This is achieved through the ability to offer competitive salary and benefit packages and support and services for maintaining a healthy work-life balance. We also recognize the need to ensure our infrastructure, both physically and technologically, that they are both sound. As I have said many times now, and as we saw last month during a presentation at the board meeting, our investment in technology has been a game changer for our schools. But as far as we've come, we know that there is always room for improvement. So we will look ahead and plan for the future so we can ensure our classrooms and our information technology structure are fully equipped to handle each exciting and new wave of learning technology. And with that, I would like to again say thank you for everyone engaging with us tonight. I would like to end my remarks with a heartfelt thank you to both Mr. Tolbert and his team, as well as the board, for their hard work that they do to put together a school system budget that meets the needs of all of our students. And I can assure each and every one of you that these 7 board members sit in here and take this budget process very serious. It is a difficult job, and I am proud that we have such an amazing team before you to keep us moving forward and also moving in a very positive direction. Again, thank you for being here, and thank you for participating. Back to you, Mrs. McComas.
Thank you, sir. Okay. Mr. Tolbert?
Yes, Ms. McComas, thank you. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to the second most highly anticipated night in the month of December, the Worcester County Public Schools Budget Input Meeting. I just want to take a couple minutes this evening just to walk you through some current year budget information, to share some information about where we rank in a statewide perspective, and lastly, just to share some things the board's going to be looking at as we start to work on our budget for FY24. Maybe I will.
I got you.
This year's budget totals, is that moving, Dean? Hold on one second. Let me see.
It's not.
It's not moving.
I can be your banner.
All right,
There
just
it goes.
stop right there. All right, this year's operating budget totals $123,265,601. The capital outlay budget's $100,000, and school construction is $205,000. This chart shows sources of funding, and as you can see, Worcester County Public Schools continues to be very highly dependent on our county commissioners for our funding, and almost 75% of the funds come from our local government. And I'll talk a little bit about that, why, in just a few slides later. But in other counties, such as Somerset and Wacomico and Dorchester, that's flipped. They get probably 75% of their funding from the state and very little from the county government. Next slide, please, Dee. This slide shows our expenditures by category. And as you can see, between instructional programs at 64% and special ed at about 14.5%, almost 80% of our budget is allocated to our students directly in the classroom working with the kids. Next slide, Dee. This is a little bit different snapshot of our operating budget, and what I really wanted to highlight here is how much of our budget is people. Because the school system is a people organization. It's our teachers, it's our custodians, it's our principals. 85.5% is salaries and fixed charges. So why is that important? If we're looking at making reductions or changes, it's people. We don't have anywhere else to really reduce our budget because we are all people. Next slide, Dee. This shows where we rank on a statewide perspective on free and reduced meals. We continue to have an issue with poverty in Worcester County Public Schools. For last year, we're actually above the state average. We're about 42%. The state average was about 38%. So we're actually higher than the state average and higher than 12 other counties on a poverty basis last year. Next slide, Dee. But because of the current state wealth-based funding formula that looks at income tax and assessable base, we're considered the wealthiest county in the state of Maryland, over almost $1.3 million per pupil, which is well above the state average. And as a result of that state aid funding formula, next slide, Dee, we received the lowest amount of state aid at about $3,700 per pupil, which is well below the state average of $6,600 per pupil. Next slide, Dee. Some of the things that the board's going to be looking at as we start to build our budget is employee salary increases. We're going to be looking at a step increase and some type of COLA increase for our employees. We're going to be looking at employee benefits, health insurance rates for next year. And regarding the employee salary increase, I'm sure you all know, but we sit down every year with our unions. We have a teachers union, we have a support staff union. We're actually going to kick off negotiations next week to have our first negotiations meeting, and we'll start those talks and come up with the salary and working conditions and those kind of things. Bus contractor increases, of course. I know some of those in attendance tonight. They're experiencing increased costs on their side. They're going to be looking for some type of increase in their rates for next year. The school budgetary requests, we're going to hear from the lovely parents tonight with their budget requests for their schools for next year. And also costs associated with the Maryland Blueprint implementation. I'm sure you guys have heard of the Maryland Blueprint. It's going to be driving education for the next 10 years. Just some things that are in that, for instance, is by FY27, which is only 4 years away from now, starting teacher salary has to be $60,000 a year. Right now, Worcester County starting teacher salary is $49,700. So what would that require? That would require 5% increases, COLA increases for the next 4 years to get to $60,000. Next slide, Dean. This Maryland blueprint is basically 5 pillars. I've outlined them here. It's okay. It's early childhood education, high quality and diverse teachers, college and career readiness, more resources for all students, and governance and accountability. Okay. Any questions on what I covered? No. So it's all clear and concise, right? Good, okay. Dee, thank you for being my lovely Vanna White. I appreciate it. Back to you, Ms. McComas.
Thank you, Mr. Tolbert. We're now going to move on to what we've been waiting for here, SIAC and PTA presentations for requests regarding school and program needs. And so I'm going to ask if you could to come up and sit here at the desk with the mic in front of your mouth here so we can hear. And so first and foremost, Shell Elementary, Miss Emily Gelman.
I think that's on, just double check. Yeah.
Yay.
If you can speak into it so we can pick it up on our live stream, that'll help. Okay.
No sweat. Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Emily Gelman, and I am the proud mom of 3 children, Lily, Cato, and Wells at Shell Elementary School. I grew up on the Eastern Shore, but spent the past 10 years over the bridge. Admittedly, I was a little worried about leaving those school systems. Since moving back, I have been impressed with every staff member within this education system, especially the teachers. I am now biased, but I believe this is the best county in Maryland. We are encouraging you to focus your budget efforts on 3 areas for next year. First, allow Worcester County to retain, recruit, and hire the best staff, and to give current staff a step or a pay raise. We are fortunate to already have wonderful teachers, which is why I believe we need to do our best to keep them here with a competitive salary. Every teacher I have met has a passion not for money, but for the education of our students. Our teachers are committed to creating great citizens for this future community. Let's invest in them and the community by offering a competitive salary to retain and recruit high-quality teachers. Secondly, please maintain present class sizes and current levels of funding for materials of instruction. Our great teachers need tools to do their job effectively. They need small class sizes so they can give individual feedback to all the students, especially those that need it the most. Please provide them with the resources and the class size limits they need to help our school communities thrive. Third and last, we are encouraging the board to continue to support technology. With iPads in hands, students and teachers have been able to be more creative, more innovative, and more productive than ever before. Please continue this momentum and keep Worcester County at the forefront of technology. Finally, thank you to our board. Your strong efforts in finding ways to fund our community are already evident. I know now that I am on the right side of the bridge.
Yes, you are. Absolutely.
I have no trepidation in the ability of this education system for my 3 kids. With your focus on these 3 important areas, we will be the best in Maryland.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next, Ocean City Elementary, Ms. Arti Patel.
Good evening, board members, Mr. Taylor, Mr. Tolbert, Ms. Shorts, Dr. Wallace, and Dr. Abbott. It is an honor and privilege to be speaking with you this evening as a proud Worcester County parent and representative of Ocean City Elementary. My name is Arti Patel, and I'm a proud parent of 3 boys. I have one in 3rd grade, another in pre-K 4, and a 2.5-year-old that's eagerly waiting to join his brothers. I have been nothing but pleased and impressed by the quality of education my children receive. I want to thank you all for everything that you do to take care of our children. The continued safety measures for what you have taken for all students is greatly appreciated. Additionally, the efforts that you put towards assuring the needed materials for instruction, as well as maintaining a high-quality teaching staff, shows your commitment to providing our students with a top-quality education. It is with humble gratitude that I want to thank you for putting our students first and making them your priority. This evening, Ocean City Elementary School is requesting the following. Number 1, please continue efforts towards maintaining materials of instruction so that our teachers have what they need to support the curriculum, such as the replacement of our well-loved books, and to have enough books for all children to have a copy of the story being taught. Also, please consider ensuring math manipulatives are in abundance. Number 2, thank you for supporting all the technology purchases. So please continue efforts towards maintenance of those devices and those products. Number 3, please continue efforts towards hiring and maintaining highly qualified teachers and small class sizes, while providing a step for those who qualify and a cost of living raises for all employees. Thank you all for listening and considering our requests, and thank you for always going above and beyond for Worcester County Public Schools students and staffs. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next, Buckingham Elementary, Miss Kimberly Jackson.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Kimberly. Can you hear me?
You're good.
My name is Kimberly Jackson. I'm the proud parent of a 4th grade Bucky Bear at Buckingham Elementary School. I myself am a graduate of Buckingham Elementary and Stephen E. Cater High School. I want to begin tonight by thanking you for the completion of the feasibility study at our school. This is a huge step toward the process of us beginning construction on a much-needed new building for our children. Thank you for your role that you take in the continued growth and improvements in our county school. Tonight, I would like to present our top 3 fiscal year 2024 budget requests for Buckingham Elementary. We are requesting to recruit and maintain highly effective teachers. This can be accomplished by offering a competitive salary package for all staff and step increases for current staff. The recruitment and retention of highly effective teachers, in particular minorities, is driven by the compensation package that our district offers. In order to get the best and most diverse staff, we must offer a competitive wage. By accomplishing the recruitment and retention of effective staff, this will help with another of our budget requests, which is to maintain low class sizes. Worcester County Public Schools prides itself on small class sizes. We feel that having a manageable number of students in a classroom enables teachers to be more effective. I conclude with our final of the top 3 requests, the request to continue with the efforts to build a new and improved school. Our population in the Buckingham district continues to grow yearly. With the addition of the new families to America's coolest small town comes the demand of a high-tech, spacious learning environment to grow young minds. With the completion of the recent feasibility study, we are so very close to accomplishing this request. In the future, it would be great to maintain these additions to continue meeting the needs of our student population. Thank you so much for your time this evening.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Snow Hill Elementary, Miss Anna Simulus. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Anna Simulus, and I'm a parent at Snow Hill Elementary School, and also my oldest just moved on to the middle school. I have a 1st grader named Ethan, and his favorite part of school is PE, which is not his mama's favorite part, so that says something for the teacher. And hearing his name on the announcements, he's very excited about that. Snow Hill Elementary is asking for 3 areas in our budget request. The first is to have a competitive salary package so we can recruit and retain the very best teachers and staff. I told Mr. Record I wouldn't go off script too much, but I do want to give him a shout out.
Since coming on board, he has made an exemplary effort to diversify our staff that better reflects our population in Snow Hill, offering our students both windows and mirrors. So I do want to say that, but we want to keep them and keep that growing. Let's see, back on script. The second request is to have our capital improvement plan funded. Our students need to have the best facilities to learn in, and some of our buildings are aging, but they are very well maintained. And the third request would be to continue to put our students first with our very needed after-school programs. And then I'm just adding one quick thing that's not on the PowerPoint because he let me. I moved specifically to Snow Hill for the quality of education that Worcester County provides. Likewise, many families are following suit. It's out there. However, as our student population in Snow Hill has increased, our staff has not. And that is making very large class sizes for our youngest learners. I would ask that we recommit to manageable class sizes in order to allow our students the individual attention and strong relationships that we have come to expect from our school system. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Pocomoke Elementary, Miss Brittany Matthews.
Hello.
Hi.
Good evening. I am the proud mom of a very happy second grader and incoming pre-K-4 student of Pocomoke Elementary School. Thank you for the opportunity to share Pocomoke Elementary School community's top 3 budget requests for fiscal year 2024. We would like to first thank you for your continued support and focus on making Worcester County Public Schools a world-class school system. Our first budget request is a competitive salary and benefit package for all school staff to recruit and retain the best staff. In a community with a high level of poverty, we need the very best teachers and to retain them. Teacher turnover is a very serious problem in schools with high levels of poverty, and we want to do everything we can to prevent high rates of teacher turnover. Our second budget request is creating small class sizes with low student to teacher ratios in order to successfully address the needs of our students. In a high poverty area, our students come to school with serious challenges. Our kindergarten readiness assessment data directly supports this. With small class sizes and early intervention, we will be able to best serve all of our children. Our third budget request is to maintain materials of instruction to support student learning. Our students are provided with research-based instructional programs that must be maintained in order to maintain fidelity and see results in student achievement. Thank you for your consideration and dedication to all students in Worcester County Public Schools.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cedar Chapel Special School, Ms. Marie Schwartz.
Hello, good evening. My name is Marie Schwartz. We moved here from Baltimore about 3 years ago before the pandemic started, and we specifically chose Worcester County because of Cedar Chapel. We live in Pocomoke, and I'm the proud parent of Mikey Schwartz, who attends Cedar Chapel Special School. They have been wonderful to us and our family. We would like to thank you for your continued support of our children. Our schools are great because our local leaders understand that the importance of quality schools and the impact that has on the local economy. Our children accomplish great things because of the dedicated staff. Keeping staff salaries a priority ensures high-quality educational experiences for our students. Please continue to form a budget that prioritizes the education, experience, and the technical expertise of our staff. In addition, keeping class sizes at an optimal ratio will support student learning and student success while providing essential high-level interventions. Keeping technology current is important so our students can access specialized instructional tools. Please continue to form a budget that supports countywide infrastructure as our technology devices are critical to learning and need optimal internet access to be successful. Finally, we do need some capital improvements to ensure safety for students and staff, which include an additional secure door, which is very important for special needs kids, on the west side of the building, and replacement of playground equipment due to rust and damage over time. Play is very important for our special needs kids. Thank you for your time, and we appreciate all that you do for the students of Worcester County and Cedar Chapel Special School. Thank you.
Thank you.
Berlin Intermediate. She's already on her way up.
Good evening. My name is Jerry Fentress, and I'm a proud parent of students at Berlin Intermediate School and Stephen Decatur Middle School. I appreciate your hard work, as well as the hard work of every employee in the school system, especially the teachers. As a parent representing BIS, I am encouraging you to focus your budget efforts on 3 areas for next year. First, allow Worcester County to retain, recruit, and hire the best staff and to give the staff a step or a pay raise. We are fortunate in this county to have great teachers, which is why I believe we need to do our best to keep them here. It is difficult to recruit and retain high-quality teachers without a competitive salary scale. Please consider a step or a pay raise for all staff this year. Secondly, we are encouraging the board to continue to support technology. Students and teachers have been able to be more creative and more innovative as they work to demonstrate mastery of standards. We must continue to fund technology to ensure our students are prepared for success in the global marketplace. Please continue to fund technology at a level that keeps Worcester County in the forefront for innovation and technology. Third, please maintain present class sizes as well as current levels of funding for materials of instruction. Students in Worcester County Public Schools continue to perform at high levels because teachers are committed to using student data to personalize instruction and offer individualized feedback to their students. To be most effective, students and teachers must manage their time and classroom wisely. Having a manageable class size for teachers enables them to focus their attention on students who need it the most. In addition to budget priorities I outlined, BIS has 2 capital improvement requests. First, we ask you to consider replacing the cracked sidewalk pavement in front of the building at BIS. Secondly, we ask you to consider resurfacing or replacing the aging tennis courts. They are in desperate need of repairs. I would like to extend my gratitude to our Board of Education for the strong efforts with funding in our county. Happy holidays, and on the BIS community, I appreciate your time.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. Snow Hill Middle, Miss Crystal Beal.
Hi.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Hi.
My name is Crystal Bell. My son is Braden. He's at the 4th grade and he attends Snow Hill Middle School. Is that good?
You're
Can you
good.
hear me? Okay. So thank you for allowing me to be here tonight to share with the board the budget request for Snow Hill Middle School. They are requesting the following budget items. 1, a salary increase for all educational staff in order to retain and recruit the best teachers, administrators, and support staff. 2, an increase in substitute pay to attract and retain high-quality substitutes. This will ensure that students continue to receive high-quality instruction when teachers are sick or attending professional development. 3, new carpet to replace the existing carpet in the band room that is severely worn. Resurfacing of the tennis courts and the basketball court to create additional play space for our students during recess. Board members and executive leadership, we greatly appreciate your support for our students, teachers, and support staff. With your support, we continue to achieve as a school and a district at high levels. On behalf of Snow Hill Middle School, thank you all for your time and all you do to support extraordinary education in Worcester County Public Schools.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Pocomoke Middle, Miss Amy Glenn.
Board of Education members, and the executive team. My name is Amy Glenn, and I have a daughter in the 7th grade at Pocomoke Middle School. I would first like to begin by saying thank you to the Board of Education for their continued support of the students and staff at Pocomoke Middle School. As a parent and a member of the Pocomoke community, it's greatly appreciated. Tonight, I stand before you, or sit, to make a budget request on behalf of Pocomoke Middle School. First, we request you budget funds to retain and recruit highly qualified teaching and educational staff with a competitive salary and supportive employee benefits. Next, continue to support and fund the necessary academic achievement classes and enrichment opportunities during the after-school program. Finally, maintain the current commitment to the capital improvement program of Worcester County Public Schools, particularly addressing unnecessary updates to Pocomoke Middle School improvements to the campus operations. Thank you for your time this evening, and again, thank you for your support of Pocomoke Middle School.
Thank you.
Ms. Tanya Quizgard, Stephen Decatur Middle.
Good evening. My name is Tanya Quizgard. I am here representing Stephen Decatur Middle School as a member of their SIAC committee. I have a daughter in the 8th grade at the middle school. I also have a son that graduated from Stephen Decatur High School last year and is currently attending Virginia Tech and doing quite well as a testament to our county.
Nice.
I want to thank each of you for your time this evening, as well as your consistent and ongoing support of our students. As you move forward in the budget process, we recognize the many difficult decisions that must be made. Stephen Decatur Middle School teachers are beginning to pack up and prepare for the move into our new addition. That is happening over the winter break in a couple of weeks.
Nice.
It has been amazing to watch it all come together this past year. Teachers and students alike are anxiously counting down the days until the move takes place. Over the holiday, 9 trailers and 2 tractor trailers used for storage will go away. Staff and students could not be happier or more appreciative of your support. Thank you for helping to make this much-needed addition a reality. Top budget priorities for Stephen Decatur Middle School this year include the addition of a custodial position. With the addition of 25,000 square feet, we need an additional person to help keep it clean. Our SIAC group also completely supports continuing to recruit and maintain high-quality staff. We know that a competitive salary package is essential for all employees for that to continue. Lastly, Worcester County has done an excellent job of advancing the technology initiative. One-to-one devices for students have been the key as teachers prepare students for career and college readiness. We ask for your continued support moving forward. Again, thank you. We sincerely appreciate each of you for making our schools and children such a priority. They receive a world-class education from highly qualified teachers in a safe environment surrounded by caring and compassionate people. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dr. Tammy Donaway, Stephen Decatur High School.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Hi.
My name is Dr. Tammy Donaway. I am a SIAC member, and tonight I'm here representing Stephen Decatur High School. I actually have 3 children in our school system. I have one who goes to Shall Elementary. She's in 4th grade. Her name is Chloe. One that goes to Berlin Intermediate, Lorelei. She's in the 5th grade. And then my oldest, Madison, she's a freshman at Stephen Decatur. I just wanted to say a few things about myself. So I'm a doctor in the community. I actually grew up in this system. My husband grew up in our school system, and Stephen Decatur in our school system is what gave me the tools that I needed to become a doctor. Way back when, Lou Taylor was the principal.
I was going to say, you need to say you're a Decatur or Worcester County graduate. I'm glad you did.
Class of 99.
Yep.
My husband and I, we actually were living in Fayetteville, North Carolina. I was in the military with a doctor for the Army. And when I finished my commitment with the military, we had a great life. Golf community, private schools, it was wonderful, but I knew we had to come back here, and the specific reason was for the school systems. And that is not a lie in any way. We knew we had to raise our kids here. So I'm very happy that I can be here to actually speak to this. And I can tell you that, Stephen Decatur's budget requests are very similar to the other schools, but they really hit home to me because I can see that these were some of the problems in the schools that we were leaving in North Carolina. And Worcester County really does it right. We really do. So Stephen Decatur has the following budget requests. Our first request focuses on retention and recruitment, and I do believe that this is key. We need to make sure that we're hiring the best teachers and that we're retaining the ones that we have. So we ask that you find a way to give our current teachers a step and pay raise. I know that the Maryland Blueprint is going to be difficult to implement, and we'll get there, and it will help with recruitment, but we really have to focus on retaining those teachers that we have. They're going to be key to the success of the new teachers that we hire. Our second request. We all know that our teachers put in that little extra, their own supplies, their own monies, and we ask that you maintain the current level of funding for materials for instruction. But if there are any funds available, we certainly would love to have an increase. It would be beneficial for both the teachers and the students. Our third request focuses on technology. We know that the jobs that our children are going to have later in life are going to depend on the available technology, and I do believe that Worcester County really got it right implementing the iPads and keeping up with technology in the classroom. So we ask that you have continued support of technology in the classroom so that our kids will have the tools that they need when they go on later in life. And I can tell you as a physician, we need to stay up on this technology. That's one of the biggest struggles that I see when people get out of school, is not being able to keep up with technology. Lastly, we all know that the blueprint for Maryland's future is going into effect, and there will be a financial challenge in Worcester County that will be difficult. We ask that the board remain firm in their commitment to provide these essential budget requests for the betterment of our children who attend Worcester County Public Schools. And we thank you all for what you do for our kids and your support.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tammy.
Mr. Tom Harris, Snow Hill High School.
Good evening, members of the Board of Education, Superintendent Taylor, and members of the executive leadership team. My name is Tom Harris, and I am here this evening to represent Snow Hill High School's School Improvement Advisory Committee and offer our recommendations for budget priorities. My wife and I moved to Snow Hill in 2015 with our daughters Magnolia and Violet Harris Blackburn. As teachers, Sarah and I quickly realized the high level of excellence in Worcester County's public schools. But we have become even more impressed as parents. Our daughters have received an outstanding and well-rounded educational experience growing up in Snow Hill. We're excited this year to have them both at the award-winning Snow Hill High School. Magnolia is a junior and has played varsity soccer, basketball, and track. She's also rekindled her love of art in Snow Hill High School. She was recognized last year for her work in the opioid addiction campaign, and this year her holiday card design was selected for recognition. We're very proud of her for that.
Very good.
Violet is an incoming freshman, played varsity soccer this fall, and now is playing junior varsity basketball. Violet is very excited about the possibilities of high school, but mostly that her sister can now drive her. We are continually impressed and comforted by the strong leadership of Dr. Purvis and her team, and by the support that our central office staff has provided our daughters. At every game, home, away, and even across the bridge, I have seen Dr. Purvis, Dr. Tingle, or Dr. Kell there to cheer us on. Last year, when our girls' basketball team advanced to the regional finals in Cambridge, we had the cheers and support of Mr. Taylor and a good number of the executive leadership team there as well. That kind of support is what makes us proud to be part of this Worcester community. Our committee of parents and Snow Hill High School staff have met, discussed, and agreed upon the following recommendations for supporting Snow Hill High School's continued success. First, competitive salaries and benefits for teachers and support staff. Competitive salaries keep good teachers here in Worcester County. This means consistency for students. This means continuity in our professional development. This means our focus can remain on building a stronger public education system each year rather than struggling to get by. We also recognize the need to better compensate our support staff, educational assistants, custodians, and cafeteria staff. By offering competitive salaries, we soar higher. Number two, retain small class sizes. Snow Hill is growing for good reason. Therefore, we have prioritized keeping our classes small as we welcome the new residents. With small class sizes, we build relationships, we hold students accountable, and we soar higher. Number 3, maintain the current level of technology. Having invested in training for teachers, having taught students new ways to construct their understandings and work through the kinks of implementation, we feel strongly that we need to commit to funding for hardware, maintenance, and improved bandwidth. Might I repeat, bandwidth? With state-of-the-art technology, we do soar higher. Thank you for your continued support of Snow Hill High School and for the opportunity to present these priorities to you tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you. Bandwidth. Oh, Pocomoke High School, Mr. Matt Esham.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
My name's Matt Esham, proud dad of 2 Pocomoke High School field hockey back-to-back state champions. Like the gentleman from Snow Hill said, I want to thank Mr. Taylor. I know Dr. Wallace, I think Dr. Abbott. You guys made the trek across the bay 2 or 3 nights. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it. You don't know how the community, especially the kids, see you guys there. It's great. I want to thank Principal Rain as well. So, again, let's start off. The first budget request from Pocomoke High School is competitive salaries and benefit packages for our teachers. We need to maintain our excellence in this school system that we're so proud of. It's imperative that we attract and retain the best educators for our youth. Our second request is to continue funding for small class sizes to best meet the needs of our diverse group of learners that come from various socioeconomic backgrounds. And our third request is continued support and maintenance of instructional technology to ensure our students are college and career ready in advanced global society. Again, thanks for your time, everybody's effort. You guys are doing a great job. Ellie is a senior at Pocomoke, full ride to Frostburg for field hockey, academics. My second daughter, Madeline's a sophomore, field hockey, softball, basketball. She's at Parkside right now watching the boys basketball game. So appreciate everybody's support and effort. Thank you.
Thank you. Worcester Technical High School, Mr. Briggs Pugner.
We liked it.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Briggs Pugner, and I'm an 11th grade student at both Stephen Decatur High School and Worcester Tech. My older sister, Brooklyn, also attended both schools in the biomed program, and she is currently studying at Washington College. I'm truly blessed to have the best of both worlds educationally, where I take part in many programs, clubs, and honor societies at Decatur, then get to come to Worcester Tech and study courses that will hopefully lead to my career in the future. During my time at Worcester Tech, I've taken such challenging courses such as digital electronics, engineering design, principles of engineering, PLTW, AP computer science, and aerospace engineering. I was also able to participate with the state champion robotics program and was able to represent our community at nationals in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm currently putting in flight hours to get my pilot's license, which I hope to complete soon. I have received a wonderful education from the Worcester County Public Schools. From my beginnings at Shallow Elementary, through BIS, the middle school, to now at Stephen Decatur High School and Worcester Tech. Throughout my years, I've had caring teachers and staff work with me. I was able to be educated with the best materials and technology and environments that were conducive to my learning. I've always found my teachers to be caring while pushing me toward success. To say that I am grateful is a massive understatement. It is important for Worcester County Public Schools to continue to provide for the next generation of students the things that helped me get me where I am today. Our county school system is an envy of many other systems. With that being said, I respectfully ask on behalf of Worcester Technical High School for the board to consider the following requests. First, please continue to give all school staff pay raises. Our teachers, EAs, secretaries, cafeteria workers, custodians, and bus drivers are invaluable in making Worcester County so successful. Second, please continue to keep our class sizes small. I received the very best instruction and assistance due to my classes not being overcrowded. And finally, please continue to keep technology updating and cutting edge. Improvements in technology and devices in both my computer science and engineering classes have made it increasingly easier for us to thrive. I'm now on a path that will potentially lead me to the Air Force or Naval Academy. I will be a licensed pilot soon. Each of my teachers and staff have played a huge role in helping me get to this point, and for that I'm so grateful. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Briggs.
you. And now WCTA, Bethley Shock Lynch.
Oh.
Here we go. It's true, it's true.
Good evening, Madam President and board members. My name is Beth Shockley Lynch. I am a lifelong resident of Worcester County and a graduate of Snow Hill High School just a couple of years ago. I'm not sure why we're laughing. I am the proud mother of 3 Snow Hill High School graduates. I teach at Snow Hill Elementary School, and I currently serve as the president of the Worcester County Teachers Association. Thank you for the opportunity to speak with you this evening. I would like to begin by thanking all of you for your commitment to our school system. Your priority has always been to make our school system the very best it can be. Each of you decided to become a member of this Board of Education because you believe in our schools, our community, and mostly our students. You believe they deserve the best because they are, in fact, our future. You chose public service for the right reason, for honorable reasons. Thank you for being so very dedicated to us. It is so very appreciated. It is always an honor and a privilege to represent my fellow teachers. I'm so proud of the dedication, perseverance, endurance, and commitment that our teachers have for our students and for the profession. I'm going to tell you a story you already know. The teaching profession is in a crisis. There is now a national teacher shortage. It has been growing, but right now we are not producing enough teachers to fill the need we will have in the future. Dr. Andes has a little side hustle at Salisbury University, and he has seen firsthand the decline of young people. That side hustle? A decline in young people choosing teaching as a career. Worcester is one of the few communities that has been able to fill the positions it is advertised for. Many of our neighbors have not been so lucky. There are some facts that have gotten us into this situation. One of them is salary. Again, this is a story you already know. A teacher's salary is not comparable with other professions requiring the same education. Unfortunate, but true. Educators have direct contact with students each day and are the most valuable resource Worcester County Public Schools have. We've always said people make the difference. That value deserves to be rewarded, and compensation is a sign of respect for a job well done. No teacher should have to spend their own money to teach. The financial burden of teaching should not fall on any teacher. Our teachers deserve a budget to offset the cost of what they spend. I'm challenged to think of another profession where employees must provide the supplies needed to do their job. In terms of needs, we could use some more people power. Enrollment is increasing, and our staff really hasn't been increasing. We're known for small class sizes. We need to keep it that way. We all know the benefit of great relationships with our kids. None of these issues are unique to us, but what is unique to us is we have the advantage of being able to work together to create solutions that will make sense for us. The Maryland Blueprint is a new template we are now challenged to work through. It, like every other trend in education, has its merits and it has its limitations. The thing that's unique to us in Worcester is we will figure it out together. We'll develop something that will work for us. Not to brag, but we are already ahead of the state in that we've met and started to share ideas. That's not happening in other places. When we all put our heads together, we can plan. We will create a plan that is envied by the rest of the state, which we all like to brag about. There is no doubt in my mind, as our board, if you could magically make all the decisions on everything we need, you would make it a reality today. We all look at things a little bit differently. This is the state. It's oily. It gives us stuff we don't necessarily want. Well, it does. This is the state. This is our board. Essential, clear, transparent, always important. This are our commissioners. They give us the money. A little green. Actually, let's put a little more green in because we want, you know what I'm saying? Let's really give it some green in here, right?
Put it.
Right. I'm going to give it a little stir around because we all got to get in there together to make things happen. And then these are the teachers who work hard every day and want the best for our kids. So we don't have one teacher, we have lots of teachers.
Here we go.
But you can see together we make something kind of amazing when we all put our heads together. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Beth, thank
Would
you.
you like me to leave it bubbling?
Please.
Do you have a choice?
Thank you, Beth.
Thank you, Beth. Thank you all for your presentations. It is much appreciated. And we will take it all in and under consideration for sure. Because I think we're all in the same arena of wanting the best for our kids. And Worcester County, absolutely, we are blessed. There is no question. I have taught in other counties, and I know you all know, but trust me, we are so blessed. And so I thank you all. We're going to move on really quickly here to individual comments. And I believe we have 2 speakers. Anybody that signed up that did not speak for your
We got you, Jackie. It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming. Yeah. You're okay. We got you.
Anyway, what we're doing is we give 2 minutes regarding any information, commendations, or concerns which may need future board attention. If it's concern specific to an individual, we really won't discuss that in open session, and that should be directed to appropriate district personnel. When you're called to address the board, just please state your name and address for the record. Alan Hudson?
Alan Hudson, 101 Log Hill Road, Berlin, Maryland.
Would you come up here, sir, so we
We
could?
gotta be able to get it on the live
Yeah,
stream,
we
Alan.
can't.
The live stream's gotta hear you, though.
Good evening, guys. Alan Hudson, 9101 Logtown Road, Berlin, Maryland.
Thank you.
All right. Good evening. Thank you all for allowing me the opportunity to speak on behalf of the Worcester County Bus Contractor Association. As I've just told you, my name is Alan Hudson. I'm the president of our organization. As everyone in this room already knows, the prices of nearly everything in our everyday lives has drastically increased. As bus contractors, we are also feeling the pressure of increased expenses. We are requesting that the Worcester County Board of Education take into consideration our needs for increased funding to safely transport our county's children to and from school. We have participated in meetings with Mr. Tolbert, Mrs. Heiser, Dr. App, and Mr. Taylor. During our meetings, we were asked to formulate a list of our main priorities regarding to funding. The following are what we decided were to be of most importance. Number one is our fuel supplement formula. We would like to see it start at the base price of $3.35 a gallon and increase from there when necessary. For instances, when the price dips below that mark, not sure that it will again, we would wish not to be subject to deductions. Number two, our mileage rate is currently $1.62 a mile. Of that, 67 cents is allotted for fuel. We would like that to remain the same. We wish to increase the maintenance portion from 95 cents to $1.13 a mile. Maintenance costs have risen drastically in the recent months. The cost to get a school bus serviced used to cost approximately $200. It now costs around $500. This is just for a basic maintenance appointment and does not include any necessary repairs. Three, our hourly wage is currently $25 an hour. We would like to see this increased to $30 an hour. Driving a school bus full of children safely is a very serious responsibility, and we feel this will be adequate compensation. Four, our administrative fee currently is $3,500 per contractor per year. We would like to see that increase to $6,000 a year. We have been made aware that in some counties in Maryland receive $10,000 or more in regards to this fee. Minimum trip rates. At this time,
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Continue.
thank you. At this time, we receive $85 as a base price for a field trip. Given the fact that a majority of trips are local, it is advantageous for our drivers to volunteer for trips. We would like the minimum amount to be increased to $175 a trip. Number six, spare bus allotment. Any driver who currently holds a spare bus contract is paid $6,489 to maintain that bus. Again, because of increased maintenance costs, this is much more expensive to ensure that these spare buses are in proper safe working order and ready in the event of another driver needing one. There are only 15 spares in the entire county, and as I'm sure you're aware, anything can happen to your vehicle that requires repairs and puts it out of service to you. This holds true for school buses as well. Those spares need to be ready to go in a matter of minutes. Number seven, diesel exhaust fluid. Buses with a diesel motor are required to have a DEF system. This system reduces the amount of pollution emitted by the bus. However, we have not asked for compensation in this in the past. It is environmental restrictions become more stringent, more DEF is being used than in previous years. This is an addition that contractors have had to absorb since 2010. We realize it's a lot of information to absorb and process. We also realize that money is always at a premium. That being said, we feel very strongly that we have one of the most important jobs in the Worcester County school system. We're responsible for transporting thousands of children every day, a job that none of us take lightly. If you have any questions or would like to discuss anything further with me or any of us on the board, please do not hesitate to contact me. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Jacqueline Cutlip.
That's not the normal crowd back there, so
Got a bigger crowd.
I thought about leaving, and then I got a text from my daughter saying, "Good luck tonight. You're doing all these kids at my school a favor, and I hope it does not go unnoticed." For those of you that don't know, I know I have to, but my name's Jacqueline Cutlip. I live in Berlin, Maryland. I have 3 daughters, 10th, 7th, and 2nd grade at Shal, the middle school, and Decatur. So I try and stick to the script here. I'm listening to the budget. I realized it was a budget, didn't realize this, but they're very similar. From what I'm hearing, it's teachers and pay them well, technology for the kids to learn, And these are all valid in small class sizes. So, I mean, I would agree with everything they said as a mother of 3 children. What I did not hear tonight are the things that I came and spoke on multiple times, and I'm back for the same 3 things. I'm just going to keep coming back. To be honest, and not to discredit this, because it is a positive vibe, I'll be clear that I do appreciate what you guys are doing. I'll be honest, a lot of my friends are like, why do you keep going there? No one cares. They're not listening. They're not going to make any changes. Half the principals back here right now are probably like, oh crap, it's Jackie. I am very persistent, okay? I'm very passionate, and I don't believe what my friends are asking me. I do believe that you care. I do believe that you're listening, and I do believe that you want to make the appropriate changes. That's why I keep coming back. I want you to do the right thing and prove all of them wrong. It's not just what Jackie wants. There's other people, like I say every time, but they just don't come because they think it's falling on deaf ears. So this is why I'm back again. Same 3 things: the health curriculum, school bus shortages, and school safety. Not much of that what I heard tonight. As far as the health curriculum goes, Dee, thank you for calling me after the last meeting and giving me some clarification. I keep asking for a lowering of the opt-out with the new things on the health agenda. She clarified that that's not really within your power, that it would need to go higher up to Annapolis, which I do hear that and understand, but as our local Board of Ed, there has to be something locally that you guys can do or put together, or you can reach out on our behalf. As a parent, I can't go take Annapolis on alone. So I don't know if there's something that you can do or say, or people there that you can reach out to come together, and maybe you can facilitate the beginning of something for that, for those of us that don't want that. That's number 1. 2 is school bus shortages. Like I said, I'm well aware it's been this way for 20 years. We have not enough school buses. That's why we should change this. 3.8 miles away, my daughter leaves the middle school promptly at 2:39, goes and sits at BIS, not even moving for a good 15 minutes while the other kids get on the bus. She gets home at about an hour and 10 minutes after she leaves school. 3.8 miles away. I'm just wondering, since the last meeting, if we have any plans. This is a budget meeting, and I hear the bus drivers, their job is important, but we need more bus drivers so that they're not on the bus for that long. The last and most important thing is school safety. I'm curious personally, and I know a lot of parents are, why we don't have weapons detectors yet. I've heard a lot of things. Time management is usually the excuse, which is no longer an excuse. I know they had them at Dorchester for multiple days. I know they ran a trial, and I also know that when they were taken away after the fact, they did a survey asking students and staff if they felt safer with them there. It was yes. It was a yes. So are they foolproof? No, nothing in life is foolproof, but I mean, we had a female child bring a knife to BIS last year in my daughter's grade. I highly doubt that would have happened if the metal detectors were already in place. That particular incident is still having a ripple effect today as we speak, as some of you know. It is not fair for these kids to have to go to school and feel unsafe. So at the very least, if we are doing our absolute best, which I hope that you will, if you don't think half of your students feeling safer at school is worth the money or the time, that's a serious problem for me personally. That would make me question if you're really doing your best. If even just knowing that those kids see that every morning and they feel safer and they can learn better and they can relax, I have to ask why. So I really hope that you guys will consider it. It's a budget meeting. I didn't hear it asked for. I'm asking for it for all of our kids, for all of our schools, our staff. They should feel safe at school. Thank you. Have a good holiday. I'll see you at the next meeting.
Thank you, Jackie. Okay. Appreciate everyone who's gotten up to speak. We are looking at our upcoming board meeting, which will be held Tuesday, December 20th in this board meeting room. Open session will begin at 10:30. There's nothing. Okay. Let me finish.
I'm interrupting her, sorry.
He did.
Go ahead, keep going.
Gosh. No.
It's just the superintendent.
It's just superintendent, it's okay.
Yeah.
To immediately consider voting to convene under closed session, And we will meet then again here at 10:30 and then open session at 12:30. Before we adjourn, can I throw it out and ask if there are any board member comments?
I want to assure the public that I do not have a side hustle at Salisbury University. I just want to clarify that so that everyone understands. I teach at Salisbury University. I'm full-time. It is not a side hustle. So I am a teacher, professor at Salisbury University. So I just wanted to clarify that. So our entire community didn't know I had a side hustle at SU. But I wanted to express my appreciation to everyone who came out tonight. We all took notes. We all heard you loud and clear. And I especially want to thank the people who purposely relocated to Worcester County because of the school system. And for those of you who are from here, who came back here, thank you for coming back here. For those of us who are come-heres, we understand this valuable gem we have called Worcester County Public Schools. And the second best decision I ever made in my life was to come to Worcester County. The first decision was to marry my wife. So please tell her I said that. Please tell her that the most important decision I ever made, can you all hear that, is marrying my wife. So thank you very much for coming out tonight. I'll turn my mic back over to any other board member.
I just want to learn more about, I don't think my mic's on.
Should be.
I just want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. We take your comments very seriously here, and we try to do the best we can with the money that we have to fund whatever we can for this budget. I also want to learn more about Dr. Andy's side hustle, but I'll talk to him about that later. But thank you all for coming out tonight. We really appreciate it.
I would just like to.
You have to talk into the mic, Bill. Sorry.
Oh, Mike? I would like to commend everyone on the superior quality of your presentations tonight. You should be proud, very proud of your collective effort here tonight. It came out loud and clear. All of your points were very valid, and we appreciate that immensely. Secondly, the blueprint, like you would expect from the government high above. They have a wonderful plan, passed this legislation in 2021, wonderful plan, but there's no money to make it work. There is no money to make it work. So we, as Vince pointed out, 80% of our budget comes from the Worcester County Commissioners. So if you happen to see or know a county commissioner, please support that blueprint, because the money's going to have to come from them. Unless we might get Beth Shockley Lynch to stir up something green in that little test tube of hers.
That's a side hustle.
Yeah, and we'll have some money there. I saw on this morning's paper where a pitcher for the New York Mets just signed a 2-year, $86 million contract to throw a baseball. That's going to compute to a little over $1 million a game for this man. So I'm hoping that the test tube with the green can equate to what's going on with that baseball pitcher. Thank you all so very much for the superior quality of your presentations.
I'd like to thank you all for coming out again tonight. I know it's kind of difficult sometimes when you've been working all day long and then you have to do a quick dinner and then come for a meeting for a couple hours. All of your requests and concerns I personally identify with. I was in the classroom for 43 years. I did not see anything that was requested that was not important. It was important to me when I was in the classroom, and things did change over the years that I was there. And I hope we can do what we can. Thank you.
I also like to thank your for PTA and SIAC members. I was president of the SIAC, or vice president at Buckingham Elementary for years, just years ago. And like to wish you all a happy, happy, happy New Year and happy Christmas. And the Smack family always love y'all.
First of all, I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. Obviously, there's a lot of challenges that we're going to have to face with this budget, with the blueprint. I think we certainly need to put our staff first and foremost. Again, thank you for all coming out, and Merry Christmas.
Thank you all. Okay. Now that I got all the business out of the way here, I think we can adjourn. Can I have a motion to adjourn tonight's meeting?
John Andy, so moved. Todd Fuente, second.
Donna Smack, second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Meeting adjourned.
Right on. Perfect.